Get him now, before the police come.
T-minus 5, 4,
Hey, come here.
3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff.
I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi, I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching
The Knockem Comedy Radio Show, also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
Behind the bag, it gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Day Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully you'll get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
3-2.
All right. Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday Trivia. We're live. Excuse me. We're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Show. Thanks for joining us here on the Knockem Dead Comedy Show on Gov's Comedy Club podcast. Coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, New York. Mike Kaplan sitting next to me. Vote for him. How can you not vote for that face? Running for Town of Brookhaven Superintendent of Highways. Am I saying that right?
Very
Town of Brookhaven
good.
Superintendent of Highways. Mm-hmm. Vote for Mike if you live in the town of Brookhaven. And, of course, over there, Mike O'Sullivan, our pal. Mike O'Sullivan is here for Tuesday Trivia. We're going to get right into this. Mike O'Sullivan, what did you do? You took a train.
I had to come here from Queens.
Right.
So I had to jump on the Long Island Railroad.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
Where in Queens? Like near Bell Boulevard?
No, like
Queens?
Forest Hills area.
Forest Hills, okay.
So that's like near City Field kind of, right?
Like 10 minutes away.
Yeah, okay.
That wasn't a problem.
The railroad was not a problem.
No, I got on the 9 o'clock train. Took me about 40 minutes. I got off at Massapequa.
Yeah.
And not really knowing Long Island, didn't realize how far I was from Massapequa.
Yeah, as soon as you said Massapequa, I'm like, what? Okay.
That's what Apple told me to do, so
Really?
that's what I will do.
Well, what happened to where's your car?
Okay. The car, my son has the car for school, one car for school, and my daughter had softball out east. So I was, as I say, shit out of luck with a car.
Damn it.
So I didn't want to disappoint. I didn't want to disappoint the fans,
You
and
are
I didn't want to disappoint Tony.
You are dedicated.
But
I'll
I did
give
have
you
to
that.
take 2 buses from...
I'm playing the applause sound effect for you right now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
The worst part was the bus.
Yeah.
The buses, I'm sorry. Buses, plural. Because nothing makes you feel like pure white trash than waiting for a bus on Long Island. I had people giving me dirty looks as I was standing in that bus stop. People just driving by. One guy shook his head. One guy looked at me and just went, what a waste. Look at this loser. And that's what I felt like. And then I had to run through a parking lot, and I got here on time.
All right. So you took a bus from Massapequa train station.
All right, I had to catch one bus from the train station down to Hempstead Turnpike,
Okay, yeah.
and then catch another bus all the way up Hempstead Turnpike, and it dropped me off
All right, wait a minute.
right
So
out.
it took a second bus. So where did the first bus take you? Where in Hempstead Turnpike?
right at Massapequa train station.
No, that's not Hempstead Turnpike. That's
No,
where you,
I don't know where I am.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Broadway? Is that it? Broadway?
No, all right. So you're at Massapequa train. You get off the train.
Are you going to make me do this again on my
yes,
phone? And
yes. So you got off the train, and then the bus stop was right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The N...
That
80.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
So
I just found it out.
So you got off the first bus. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where did the first bus drop you off?
The first bus dropped me off on Hempstead Turnpike. I got off the train onto the N80.
How
Okay.
far from here was that first bus stop?
That's like right where the train station is at Massapequa.
Okay.
And then that took me all the way down to Hempstead Turnpike.
Yeah.
And that's where I jumped out. And the nice Jamaican bus driver was just like, wait over there, white man. And I did. He was great, man. I felt like a 9-year-old kid. I have my book bag with me. I looked like I was,
Right.
My name should have been
So the
pinned
second
to my chest.
the second bus picked you up and brought you to the flea market here.
Yeah. Past the flea market. One stop past the flea market. Like right. It didn't say flea market. It said something else. And it just dropped me off, and I ran through the mall at lightning speed, which I always do, and made it here just in time for Tuesday Trivia. So my brain is racked right now. I am ready to go.
You know, speaking of, isn't that like bus discrimination when you're standing at a bus stop and they look at you like, look at this white trash?
Yeah. That's what I.
Isn't that discriminatory?
Absolutely.
I felt like I
Yes,
should have just worn a sign saying I have a pill addiction.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm thinking.
I screwed up somehow.
Yeah.
Somewhere
Yeah.
down the road.
Well, I'm
lost
thinking
That's
of
what I felt like.
remember the movie Better Off Dead with John Cusack?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thinking about that when he fell off the bridge and he landed in the back of the garbage truck.
Yeah.
And then those 2 guys working construction, like, what a waste of a perfectly good white boy.
That's what it felt like. Just the stares I got.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was horrific.
Wow.
Oh, never again.
Well, is this, and I hope it's not, but is this your last Tuesday with us?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that is messed up. So, I mean, I'm here until 2:30. I'll gladly give you a ride back to the train station, but I'm here until 2:30. If you want to hang, you're welcome to hang. But
I'll say I don't know. I'll say I need to decompress
I
right
don't
now.
want to. I shiver at the thought of you taking buses back to Massapequa, which I don't. We got to yell at Apple first off. Why it took you to Massapequa to get to Levittown?
What's the closest train station?
I would
then?
say Hicksville. Hicksville's
Yeah,
one
but is
town
that the
over.
line I take to get home? Maybe.
Yeah,
not.
yeah. Hicksville is the Huntington line. It just takes you straight in.
But does it stop at Forest Hills? That's the thing.
Isn't that just right before the City Field stop?
Forest Hills. I have no idea. Is
I'm
it?
not sure.
See,
either.
now you guys don't know.
I know it goes. I mean, it's a main line. I know that much. So
Because that's what it took me on. Like it just said the Babylon line
Yeah,
to
that's weird.
Massapequa.
That is very strange. And you put in like you told
Yeah.
you told it governors
Yeah.
like you put in 90 Division Avenue, Levittown.
Yep. I put Governor's Comedy Club. It comes up
Yeah.
90 Division.
Yeah.
I hit go. And the quickest way was from there
That is very
with those two buses.
unless there were no trains from like you said.
Maybe it
from
doesn't
Forest
run on that line.
Hill. Yeah, maybe
It had to be.
That's very strange. And I'm sure even because Massapequa is like so I'm sure as you're getting off the bus, they're looking at you like, why?
Who is this loser?
Right? What's he going to steal from me?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you have some good stuff to talk about your therapist this week.
I need a therapist. I think I need it after today.
I think this is it. Actually, this is your therapy.
This
right?
is who I need to. Yeah, it's an hour.
This is therapy.
That's true.
It's
We
an
have
hour.
time. And you've been a little. Was it the last time you were here? You were a little pumped up too about the ice cream trucks.
Ice cream trucks.
You were pumped up.
I put it into my act. It worked a little bit.
Did you?
So,
Did you really?
yes, I made a joke out of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And,
So what happened was, the last time he was here, there's a politician, a New York politician, who wants to ban ice cream trucks.
Why?
Because of it's not good pollution wise for the environment. The trucks give out poor. So we actually tried to call that politician's office on the air, and we got somebody.
one of their assistants.
Yeah, she had a
You
weird
did.
name, but she.
Yes.
Yeah, she wouldn't.
But you were able to voice what you felt, right?
Yeah, a little
not,
bit.
Yeah,
We didn't get to
wasn't-
talk to him,
Right.
which was I
He
think the
wasn't
main
in. Right.
point. Yes, he was busy.
So obviously he's an environmentalist.
He's a moron. That's what he is.
He's more because who doesn't love Mr. Soft?
Exactly.
Barnacle Bill.
Barnacle Bill.
The sailor. That's the song that Mr. Softy plays. Barnacle Bill the sailor. The Barnacle Bill the sailor.
I never knew that.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, I mean, you're running for elected office. You should know these things.
I should know.
That's a
Oh, so my next video, I've done a lot of reels and videos, I should say. And by the way, we need to pave the roads better because when Mr. Softy comes down playing
Exactly.
Barnacle Bill, it's going to give so much joy to the children.
You know how many people would vote for you at that point?
None.
And you get the Brotherhood of Ice Cream Truckers Union
Ice cream truckers.
would support you.
Do you know there was a thing years ago about rats being on those ice cream trucks?
No, I never heard that.
Oh, you never heard that?
Rats?
Yeah.
Wow.
Vermin, rats.
Yeah.
You following? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just didn't hear that. I mean, I heard that. I heard you say it.
Yes.
But I never heard that story.
A lot of people have said that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I'm not making it up.
I remember back when we were kids, the ice cream truck was where a lot of kids were getting their weed from. Like the
really?
ice cream truck would park in front of the school, and it turned like if they found out years later. Oh, the ice cream truck was the weed guy. It was like a big deal.
Not in East Islip. It was. Those things didn't happen in East Islip.
not under Mike Kaplan's watch.
That's right.
That's what I say.
Yeah,
Vote for Mike Kaplan.
yeah, for weed on ice cream trucks.
Well, you'll
First-
they'll take the dealers off the streets because you're in charge of the streets.
That's right.
All right. So John Rusiello is saying good morning.
Good morning.
John was also, I think you had talked to John here on the show a few weeks
Yes.
ago too. John's a retired cop in Florida. A face only a mother could love, because we were talking about your face before. All right, Andrew Fremder must be a Who fan. He says, "Don't get fooled again. Next time, take the magic bus." So he quoted two Who songs right in the one
I
sentence.
look like I should take the little yellow bus. I understand that. I get that.
Fremder, why don't you come here and pick up Mike and take him, at least take him to the train station. But personally, I think you should just take him back home. But See
I'll
how
take
dedicated
I'll
our
take
listeners
a ride
are.
home too.
Yeah, we'll see how dedicated our guys are. See if we get Mike a ride home to Forest Hills.
You know, it's wild in miles. How you're probably only like 20 miles.
Yeah,
from
it's
here,
like a
right?
23. Because I've driven out here every other time. Yeah, it's like a 20.
And when did you took like the 10 o'clock train last night to get here this morning?
Yeah,
Right.
I camped out.
You camped out.
Almost missed it. The alarm didn't go off.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, well, I appreciate your dedication,
Yeah,
pal.
it is pretty impressive.
Especially since it's the last. Damn it. We'll have to. Yeah, we
Why
got to
is it the
figure
last
out.
time, may I ask?
I'll let you. Home schedule.
Oh, home
I'll let you
schedule.
know tonight if I can do. Are you gonna be? Yeah, you'll be here Tuesday.
I'm
Next-
here every weekday except Wednesday. I'm here. This has been my life for the past 5.5 years.
I'll see if I can do next Tuesday. Because I don't know. I'm trying to remember what day they go back to school.
Oh, okay.
It might be the 7th in the city.
Oh
So
yeah,
I might
think
be-
it's I'm not sure.
So I might be good for
Right. Yeah.
one
'cause-
more.
All right.
Uno más.
How old are your kids?
Encore.
No, my youngest is starting senior year. So
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, even whenever the last one is, we still have to, keep on bringing you back whenever you can get here.
I love coming here.
Cool.
As long as it's not taking the train and 2 buses, I'll come out here all the time.
It's crazy.
I should have taken a rowboat.
Just jump on a bicycle.
Yeah, take a
Probably would have got here faster with a rowboat or a bicycle.
sailboat at least. I should have called Barnacle Bill. Maybe he could have.
Oh, we could. Oh, how cool! See, I think we're onto something.
Yeah.
Uber drivers, but they're ice cream men. Like you could sit there and eat ice cream for the whole ride wherever they're taking you. Like how great would that be?
Sell food in the Uber.
Yeah.
Falafel truck,
What do you mean?
taco truck.
Exactly.
So you're sitting in back of the Uber vehicle.
No,
eating ice
the
cream.
vehicle is the ice cream truck or the falafel truck or whatever the food truck is. That's the Uber.
A halal guy.
Halal guy.
Oh, those guys clean up in the city, man.
Oh, I know they do.
I can't do that food.
My son tried to turn me on to it, and no.
You have to be careful with the sauces.
Yeah.
You have to know your limitations.
I had a full.
If
head
you
of
go
hair.
too much of that, yeah.
Yeah, I had a full
That's
head
it,
of hair
you're done.
before I ate it.
Yeah, but sometimes that's a good cleansing though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had the good clean out with that. Yeah.
As long as it doesn't even make you feel sick. But
I've had a good clean out from Mr. Softy ice cream as well.
really?
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, no way. That is nothing but heaven, Mr.
It
Mr.
is-
Softy ice cream.
It is.
It is, yeah. It just doesn't get much better than that. Yeah, see, all right. So eating a good burger, then Mr. Softy ice cream, while receiving oral sex with Van Halen playing in the background and the Met game on TV.
What?
Did I not just describe the perfect life to you? I know you're going to say Yankee game. Are you a Yankee or Met fan or a baseball fan?
Met fan.
Met fan. Very
No,
nice.
Met or Yankee fan. Different taste in music. Van Halen, no.
Oh, all right. You would go with Springsteen.
I would go with the boss. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
That would
Springsteen
be good.
fan. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But that is quite a heavenly.
That's all.
Experience.
That's it. That's my heaven. Just the rest of my life, just with that. Can you imagine just eating burgers and Mr. Softy that would without any health ramifications? That's my heaven right there. That's it.
I would look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think.
What kind of burger?
Yeah, what kind of burger?
Well, all right. Well, you were in Massapequa. There's a place called All American. It's
Overrated.
come on, overrated.
I had it once or
We're gonna
twice.
fight.
I had it once or twice. Was not impressed.
Come on, really?
I swear to God.
With the burger or the fries or both?
The burger.
Really?
I did go, maybe this had something to do with it, but it was during like lockdown and everything.
Yeah.
Where they had like the tent outside.
Yeah.
I don't know if the burgers, I just wasn't that impressed with it.
Really?
I know everyone out here loves that place.
Not everyone, but yeah, we have.
I know it's been around for
50 years.
Yeah. I know everyone loves it.
Oh, I love it.
My
yeah.
buddy lives like 3 blocks away from it. He stops there at least once a week.
I used to live 3 blocks away from there myself, and yes, I was there at least once a week, usually more.
I heard the ice cream place next to it is good too.
Holy
That's what
crap.
he tells me. 'Cause
Marshall's.
he has younger kids.
Yes.
And he goes, the ice cream there is unreal.
I just 2 weeks ago I made a because I don't live down there anymore, but I made a trip down to Massapequa specifically just to have an all-American lunch and topped it off with some Marshall's ice cream, which is why I'm a fat
Marshalls?
bastard. Marshalls is right next door. That's what it's called. I believe the rumor has it it's owned by the same family, the All-American and Marshalls. All-American, yeah, it's been there. I think I want to say 69 is when they opened, but it's definitely late 60s. And yeah, I mean the lines in that place are insane.
What makes it so popular? It's all homemade ice cream.
The ice cream, yes, it's made. Yeah, right there.
I've heard of All American Burger.
You've never been there?
No.
Oh my goodness!
I do have a favorite burger joint though,
Which is
Burgerology.
You know,
there's one in Patchogue and there's one in Lake Grove.
There's one.
Is there one out here?
There is one around here somewhere. I can't remember where. Though. I've seen it, but I can't remember where it is. But I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Now, what
the
is
best
yours?
Hamburger I've had in quite some
Lately,
time.
it's been Shake Shack.
Really?
Oh,
Because
Shake
there's one
Shack.
right by where we live. So
Shake Shack is good. I don't like their fries. They're like too salty or something. I don't know what it is, but there's something on it.
I do like Five Guys.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I like
the hamburgers at Five Guys, but they give you the French fries in the bag. I thought they were really salty.
And they cooked them what I think peanut oil or something.
I
I'm
don't
not a
know,
fan.
but when you order a large, they give you 5 pounds of French fries, which you can't go wrong.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
Yes, I could eat 5 pounds of French fries.
But I knew a guy that
every day.
almost bought a house
Yeah.
because he went to All American. He was looking for a house. He goes, I could live 5 blocks away from this, and he was this close. He almost bought the house.
Oh, that was definitely one of the bigger perks when I moved down there. I lived down there. I just moved out of there about a year ago, and when I was down there for 4 or 5 years, and when I first realized that I'm moving to a place I was about a half mile away from All American. I was like, I was very excited.
Is it crowded on a Friday and
It's
Saturday?
crowded almost all the time, like literally out the door, like it used to be when we were kids to see a movie or a concert, like waiting to buy concert tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Lines wrapped around the place, like in the money that those
40.
this people must be
I
making.
waited the one time I was there 45 minutes.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
get a
But let me ask
that
you
makes
something.
sense.
I know how you like your hamburgers, plain, no cheese, nothing,
no
pickles.
Just meat and bun, no ketchup, nothing. Meat and
So-
bun, and I get the half pounder at All American.
So you get a half pounder, and it's that good. Just the burger, that's it, and the bun.
If a burger is cooked right, in my opinion, you don't need anything else. If it's cooked, that's why I love. Because I barbecue all the time. I make a big fat burger, and if you cook it just right, it's got all the juices still in it, and oh my goodness.
You're gonna think I'm crazy. I like a hockey puck.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you've told me
like
that.
it well done. Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, hey, each his own. But I personally, I'm like it loses something that way.
Yeah. No.
But I would still eat it without
I like
anything.
the taste of burnt things.
Oh. So Burgerology, yeah,
I've had
burger.
that. I've had
Yeah,
burger.
burger
Yeah,
allergy.
they're good. Yeah.
Yeah, burger. So there's one near you.
There was one I had it in Brooklyn.
Oh,
There's
so
about
there's one in Brooklyn.
3, 4. Yeah, they're all. I know
There's a
few.
bunch of them. I'm
Yeah.
not sure where they are. But you're 14 bus stops away, so I haven't.
Yeah,
been in your
I
neighborhood.
took 7 trains and 3 buses, but it was worth it.
Fremder says, I can't drop him off at the train station. Ask Brandon. Okay. John Rusiello, spaghetti truck to the club. No. Just for Tony, he says. No, ain't happening. Fremder, blowjobs and Mr. Softy might be a conflict of interest. True. 5 Guys and some In-N-Out will get you a Carl's Jr. All right, and Kenny Friedberger's watching. Hello, Ken Friedberg. Thanks for tuning in. We got Tuesday Trivia coming your way in a little while. We got Mike O'Sullivan. We got Mike Kaplan.
Oh, it's Mike O'Sullivan.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, you thought it was just Mike Sullivan?
I just thought it was Mike Sullivan.
Mike O'Sullivan.
I thought about changing it.
I like Mike.
Just because
O'Sullivan.
people drop the O all the time.
Do they really?
Yeah, they'll just be Sullivan. I'm like, no, it's.
Did people ever call you Sully?
Yeah, my whole life. I was kind of born with it.
And especially since Monsters Inc. became so popular.
Right.
And my first name's Mike, both characters.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
But then when Sully landed the plane in the water, did people
Yeah.
think that was you, or did that take you off the hook with that name?
No one knew I was a pilot. So, But I would fly a plane like that. I mean,
Right.
I would,
the
same here. I
Hudson,
would
right?
just
we're
fly-
just going to try and land it on the water. Let's see what happens.
No, I would just never get in the air and end up just in the water.
I think I would have went right off the runway at LaGuardia.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been another water landing, but
Yeah, exactly. But did that lift the nickname
no,
from you?
people still.
Sons of bitches.
I don't. You just get used to it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. As long as you know my first. My thing is, as long as you know my first name, I don't care.
See, you're
Because I
Mike.
used to have people call me that, and I'd be like, "What's my first name?" I'd be like, I was like, then you can't-
Really?
then you
Now,
can't
what's
call
your
me.
name on your? Is it Mike or Michael?
Michael?
So it is Michael. Isn't it funny that no one's ever called me Mike?
Everyone calls you Michael.
Everybody calls me Michael. And when people ask me, well, what do you prefer? Especially since I've been campaigning, I'm like, even my mother never called me. Well, my mother called me a lot of names, but never Mike.
But you prefer Michael, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
maybe that's why then.
It's very authoritative. So there you go. Vote again, Michael Kaplan.
Maybe
That's
it's
it.
Napoleon
When's the election?
November 7th.
Oh, it's not like a special thing. It's just
No, it's not a special. Oh, you're very informed with politics, I see.
Yeah, I read an article.
How many times have you been called Gilbert?
Never.
Really?
Gilbert?
Gilbert
Oh,
O'Sullivan? No.
who's Gilbert
No,
O'Sullivan?
I'm not that old. That guy was popular when I was like born.
I only said it because I stole Kenny Freeberg. He asked if you're related to Gilbert O'Sullivan.
I'd like to know who Gilbert O'Sullivan is.
Oh, you
He's
don't
a
know that?
musician.
Yeah, musician. He
For
was,
who?
Alone Again.
That's it. Alone,
Alone
again.
Again?
Naturally.
Naturally. Oh, that's
that's
it?
the guy who sang that. Yeah.
Wow.
He was a one-hit wonder guy.
One hit wonder.
Probably made enough money though off that one song. I
Oh,
would
I
think.
would bet.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's probably
I would
still
think so.
flying
I
high.
think he
yeah.
owns a Mr. Softy truck.
Mr. O'Softy.
Mr. O'Softy.
Well, we've had Mark Whiten here, who is the bass player for the Spin Doctors.
Really?
Yeah, he's a friend of our show. He's been in here several times, and he used to call in regularly. But I haven't talked to him in a while. But anyway, he'll tell you flat out. That song Two Princes. He's made a total. He's been living off that song since it came
Wow.
out. I mean, the Spin Doctors. He's
But
not
they
even
were
in the
good-
band
they were a
anymore.
good band,
They were a
though.
great
Yeah,
band.
they were really
They're
good
still
band.
great. I mean, they're still out there doing it. He's
Oh,
not.
they are.
He's not in the band right now.
Oh,
but-
he's not.
So who was the guy? Remember Chuck Mangione?
Oh, the trumpet
Oh,
player.
yeah.
He did an interview about what's the one song? What's that song? I don't even know the name.
Yeah.
He goes,
I
I
don't know
will
what it's
play
called.
that for anybody.
Yeah.
He goes, that song bought me 3 houses
Yep.
and put 2 kids through Ivy League colleges.
Oh, my
so I don't care. You want to hear it right now? I will play it for you right now.
John Rusiello calls you Dummy Michael. Is what he said.
Dummy Michael.
Fremder is all excited. He said he made the guy that never
Thank you,
laughs
John.
laugh.
Who?
For Andrew Fremder, he said that he made the
Oh,
guy
wait,
that
I
never
met
laughs.
Andrew
laugh.
last year here, right?
Was he here with you? No, that was this Andy. That's Andy Plajanos.
No, I know
Fremder
him.
was here too with you?
There was another young. No,
No.
his name was Mike, a young kid.
Wasn't me.
No. Well, he's not here.
Wasn't me.
Who was here that day? It was Andy was here. Fat Jay was here. Who was
No,
the?
Fat Jay wasn't here.
Yeah, Fat
No,
Jay
there
was.
was a young kid that did comedy. Young. His name was Mike. Dark hair.
I can't place it. Mike. I don't know. I can't think who. I thought it was Andy, Jay, and
Oh, with that show, Jay was sitting on the couch.
right. And then Andy was here with
no,
you.
Then
and
I
then they
was
were-
sitting over there where Mike is sitting. There was a young kid, and then what is it? What's that?
That's
gentleman?
Andy.
Andy was sitting here playing the guitar.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I can't remember who the. So yeah, me, you, Andy, Jay, and I can't remember who the last guy was. There was another guy. I don't
That
know
was
who
the
it
young kid. He lived out east somewhere.
Austin.
Yeah.
Austin Brooks. Yep.
Yes, Austin Brooks. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, my tune has changed about laughing.
Is that right?
Yes.
So now you're laughing when you go to a stand-up show? Well, you will be laughing on September 21st.
September 21st.
At McGuire's, there is a fundraiser for Mike Kaplan's campaign, Michael Kaplan's campaign at McGuire's. Fat Jay is headlining. It was, supposed to be hosted by a very funny one-legged stand-up guy.
Sexy leg.
Son of a bitch, you. So you plan the event with Governors to have it at McGuire's, and
Yeah, and I don't want to cast any dispersions on Governors. It's been around forever, right?
absolutely 42 years, 41 years.
So when I called to book it, I said I want Tony Walker to host it and Fat Jay, and they were like, "We'll take care of everything." I'm like, "Okay, great."
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How long have you known people at Governors?
Only you.
Right. How long have you known me?
Third.
Almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Coming up on it.
Yeah.
Still didn't think that maybe, let me talk to Tony about that. Just no, Governor said they'll handle it. Oh, okay. Like, just, don't want to talk anyway? Just, because then I would have said, Mike, I'm not around that day. I'm out of town that day. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You just sit there and think about that for a second.
And you want to be an elected official?
Yeah. I know. Maybe I really. Yeah.
Well, but truth be told, the most important part is you got Jay, so you're good. You're good to go. You'll have a great show.
So, but
I'm sad that I can't be there. But
I'm very sad you're not going to be there. But I have a question.
Okay.
So can I host it?
They'll
have someone.
Well, is the fundraiser? Is it just you, or are they doing?
No, it's just me.
But they're not. Governors isn't doing other fundraisers that night.
No.
The whole place is solely for you.
Yeah.
Then they might. They might. If there were other fundraisers, they would say no because the other fundraisers have nothing to do with you.
Right.
But if it really is solely just for you,
room
then
is just for me that night.
Then I don't see why they wouldn't. Are you going to try and do stand up? You've never done stand up, right?
No, I just do improv. I'll just get up there and make it.
You're going to do crowd work.
I'm going to do crowd work. I'm going to get into the crowd and just do my Don Rickles stick.
And they're going to be like, "Oh, that guy just made fun of me. Fuck him. I'm not
Yeah,
voting
I'm not
for him."
voting for him.
This could hurt your campaign.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
This could damage
got a lot
it.
of gravel and driving jokes.
I don't know what's gravel when it comes to highway.
I don't know.
You've
You
been-
pour
you
gravel
only
down to
30
build a road. I don't know.
Gravel.
Asphalt jokes.
Yeah, that's right. You know asphalt.
I do.
Asphalt.
No, I used to.
I
used to work in that
know.
line of work. I've done a lot of asphalt work and jackhammering, and I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. Actually,
I don't miss actually doing the work, but I like overseeing it now.
Mm-hmm. You like pointing the finger, telling people what to
What to
do.
Yeah, fill that pothole, son of a bitch.
That's your campaign. That's your slogan.
That's a
fill
good
that,
slogan.
Fill that pothole, you son of a bitch. So if you are going to host, I'm actually even more sad that I can't be there because I would love to see that. But I am bummed. I really am bummed that I can't be. I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to be in Pennsylvania.
What are you doing, a show for the Amish?
No. That would be cool. I would do
would be
that.
really
They'd probably
cool.
hate me, but no. My buddy Elio Pace, who's our
I've
viewers
heard-
know him.
yeah.
He's a musician in England.
Yeah.
He in 2013 he filmed a concert. It's all right. It's a long story. I'll do it anyway. So when Billy Joel was first starting out in the early 70s, I mean in the late 60s and early 70s, he was in bands. They went nowhere. And then when he first decided to be like just be a solo act, singer songwriter, he put together a band. And they did some touring, and they performed a concert in Philly that was broadcast on a local radio station. This was the song Captain Jack. You familiar with the song?
of course,
That
yeah.
song had not been released yet, so he played it at this concert. That radio station was inundated with phone calls. Who was that guy? What is that Captain Jack song? So they lifted the performance from that concert of that song and would just play it in regular rotation. Clive Davis, who ran whatever record company he ran. I mean, Clive Davis, he discovered Whitney Houston. He worked with everybody. He heard it. He called the radio station. Who is that guy? Then Clive Davis signed Billy Joel to Columbia Records, and then the rest is history. Billy Joel is, who he is. So now that band that he had them for maybe a year or two. Eventually, split up, went their own ways. So in 2013, the guys in that band wanted to have a special show where they recreated that show, like the same set list. Obviously, they weren't going to get Billy Joel to do it.
Right.
I know the bass player in that band. We became friends on Facebook a few years prior to that, and would just have some conversations about music and about Billy Joel and stuff. So he was looking for somebody to fill Billy Joel's seat. I just happened to see Elio. I think it was on Facebook. Somebody had posted a performance of Elio Pace singing the Billy Joel song "Honesty." Never heard of Elio Pace before. I had no idea who he was, but I watched this video. I was like, "Oh, this guy's pretty good." Found him on Facebook. I just wrote him a message. "Hi, my name is Tony. I after I seen Honesty, I then watched some other videos of his, some original material, doing him doing some covers. He's been a side guy, a session guy in England, but also he was almost like a Paul Schaefer on a talk show there. He was like the band leader on a talk show there, and I think that kind of boosted up his level a little bit. So I checked out some videos. And I just emailed him. So my name's Tony. I just really enjoy your work. Do you ever come to New York or the States? And he said, no, not really. Sporadically, off and on. But we just became friends from then on. Maybe about a year later, he was in New York on business, and he's a huge Billy Joel fan, so he wanted to see Hicksville. And that's where I live now. That's where I grew up. My family, my mother went through, my whole family is Hicksville. So I said, well, I'll meet you, come to the train station to Hicksville, not Massapequa. And I met up with him. At the train station. We talked a little bit. We spent, some time together. And then it just kind of went from there. We've just been super close friends ever since. So this guy, this bass player, his name is Larry Russell. He posted that he wanted to do this show. He needs a Billy Joel guy. So I wrote to him. I said, I know this guy out of England. And I sent him some videos. He loved it, got to talking to Elio, and then so Elio flew in and did this show with this original band. And another guy, David Clark, who is a Long Island guy, who does a Billy Joel show too. They got both of them to come in. So I was at the show. I'm right there in the front. They even thanked me during the show for, kind of setting Elio up with the band. But now Elio always wanted to do a Billy Joel show, not like a tribute show, like a theater show where he talks about why Billy Joel, in his opinion, is the greatest American singer-songwriter ever.
Wow.
And he always wanted to do it. And so after doing this show with this band, it went so well that it kind of gave him the confidence, like, you know what, I am going to put this show together. Mm-hmm. So 10 years ago he started it. He would do it in dive bars for 50 people. But it grew. It caught on. He's now traveling all over England and all over most of Europe, and he's starting to go even beyond that. And he's filling 1,000 seat theaters. And
how
so
old of a guy is this guy?
He's around our age. He's
Around
like
our age?
he's
Wow.
a year or two older than me. So he's doing very well, and he's always nice enough to acknowledge me as kind of like helping him get to that point. And sorry, I was killing a bug. And I went to see him back in 2016. I went to England to go see a show, and sure enough, right in the middle of the show, he tells this whole story about this guy who introduced him to the band, and that led to other things. And all of a sudden, there's a spotlight on me, and I'm like, oh,
wow,
very. Yeah, and again, he's one of my closest friends now, and I'm going to see him again in October. I'm taking a flight out there to see him.
He's originally from England.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So, and like I said, this is a long story. Sorry. But he, so that concert that he did with those guys, they filmed it and recorded it. Just last year, that he put out a CD of it. But now this year, the video is coming out. So in September, he's having a premiere in England, and then the next day he's flying here. We're going to Penn State. There's some kind of film festival where it's going to play
Penn
there.
State. Wow.
So we're going to watch. Yeah, they're going to see the premiere of the concert film. But I had committed. It's got to be at least 6 months ago. I committed to going. So we're doing that, and then the next day, we're then driving into New York City, where we're having a premiere in the city as well, and then he flies back home. So so I committed to that at least 6 months ago. So the 21st.
That's exciting, though.
Yeah, and
That is exciting.
I am, and I've loosely been a part of it, putting the film together. He had, I think it was 3 cameras film it, but we also we're reaching out to other people even to get cell phone footage, and so I was very, very loosely involved in it. And whenever he was mixing the CD or putting together video, he would send me bits and pieces. What do you think of this? And should we try this? What do you think of this camera angle? Should we switch? So again, very loosely involved in it, but I just feel like I was a part of it because he always would keep me up to date. We were constantly talking about it, and so I just feel like I'm a part. And then I haven't seen the film, but he tells me that I'm all over it, because I'm right there in the front. I sit right by the piano, so he's like, "Yeah, you're all over this film. You got to be there."
Let me ask you a question. You've heard his spiel about why he thinks Billy Joel is the best?
Yeah, well, I've seen his show. He calls it the Billy Joel Songbook,
Wow.
and he talks for a long. I don't want to say speeches. I don't want to make it sound like it's boring, but he'll talk to the audience and just play some snippets. If you listen to this and listen to what he did here, and he'll compare it to some of the best classical music, and he just explains. And believe me, there's a lot of great music in it. He's fantastic. His band is great. And then the second half of the show is almost more like a concert where it's just a lot of hits, played. His bass player is one of his oldest friends, who is the bass player for Queen.
Wow.
So yeah, he gets top-notch musicians. They play they sell out theaters all over the place. He's doing very well with it. In fact, just this morning he announced some dates for 2024. So if you're in Europe, go see Leo Pace. LeoPace.com. Go see his tour schedule. If you're planning a trip to England, maybe you want to go see him. He's been in here a few times. We've Zoomed with him several times. He's great. So how's that for an answer where I'll be that night?
Yeah.
Would you like me to repeat that story? Did you miss it?
Maybe Elio can write you a campaign song.
Ooh.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
There you go.
Nice. That'd be cool.
That'd be nice.
But then he'll be like, oh, the people will be like, why didn't you get an American to do it? He's a communist.
Brexit.
Brexit.
I don't know.
Brexit.
Billy Joel did write a classical album. Did you know that?
I did know that.
I did
Fantasies and Delusions, it's called.
Wow. I know I'm talking to you.
You
I
are.
ever tell you, Mike, one of the first times?
Call me Michael.
Michael.
Call him O.
Oh, Michael.
Oh!
One of the first times I went over to Tony's house, you had over 10,000 CDs in your basement, right?
No.
that many?
I probably have around 6,000 CDs in my
6,000.
collection. Yeah.
Wow, 6,000 CDs. You still have them?
Well, that's what it's up to now.
Oh, that's what. Well, I don't know. It looked very overwhelming when I went down there.
I'm a big music guy.
Is anybody
I
from
know.
Hoarders watching?
Yeah.
I think you got an episode.
Oh, I know people that blow me away
But
with.
what do you do? You don't.
I do. I listen to them.
But
Absolutely.
no one.
No
Can
one
you just
what?
put everything on a computer now?
But back then, CDs were big. When
Well,
I first.
yes.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yes.
But yeah,
I remember
now-
getting Born in the USA.
Oh,
on
sure.
CD.
On CD.
On CD. It was one of
Wow.
the first CDs I think I got.
You see, but I don't like. Not that I don't like having it on the computer, but I'm one of those super geeks. I love album art. I love the photography. I love reading the liner notes. Who played on this?
Yeah.
I got all these session guys. I'll tell you a story. Years ago, I don't know, maybe 2013 or 14. My partner, in the comedy troupe that I have, Knockem Dead Comedy, McGuire, the brokerage, September 17th. We were hired to work on these commercials. There was I don't know if it's still out there, but there was a toothpaste. It was called Vitamin Paste. It had all these vitamins in the toothpaste, and the company actually bought. Remember the California raisins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for those commercials, before they were computer animated, they were they were real people. The company bought those actual suits, those purple raisins, and they had them colored white. So basically, we did the same thing where we had these people dressed up as teeth, with those, and we were,
Right.
and thank goodness I wasn't one of them. We were just kind of writing them and directing them, and we were in the city on a shoot making some of these commercials, and we're right outside Radio City. We're on the street. I love the city, but I don't know directions in the city, so I don't even know what street it's on. But we were right outside there, and I see this guy about 50 feet away, and he's just standing there watching us film the commercial. And my partner in the comedy troupe, Eric. You know Eric.
Yeah.
He was standing right, like maybe 2 feet away from the guy. Whatever we were doing, right, for the shot. So he was standing over there. I'm about 50 feet away, and I'm looking. I'm like, man, that guy looks familiar. All of a sudden, it hits me. I go, Eric. And I point right at the guy. I said, that guy is the sax player for Hall & Oates. Eric, what?
My God.
And he turns to him. He goes, are you the sax player for Hall & Oates? And the guy goes, yeah. And so Eric says to me, he goes, why would he know that? He goes, I don't know. That's how much of a geek I am. Like, I love, if I hear a good sax solo, I like to look at the book and say, who played that? That was awesome. So I know all the names of all these, like, session guys that nobody's ever heard of. Like, I love that stuff.
Can you count cards?
I'll
pay for the
Rain Man of music.
I will pay for the trip. We'll go to wherever you want. Caesar's Palace, the Wynn. I don't care. I'll pay for the room.
What? How many buses do I got to take to get there? I'm not traveling with
that's
you.
like 74 buses and 3 trains, but I mean, what's today? Tuesday. We can get there by like Saturday night.
Maybe if you're lucky.
For a night.
Maybe, yeah.
Or we could just take 8 trains and go to Atlantic City, something like that.
No, I'm not.
If only you use your powers for good. You could have.
It is good. It's music and it brings people together.
It's Tuesday trivia, right?
It is Tuesday trivia. We're going to get to that soon.
No, I have a music trivia.
Oh, okay.
Meatloaf, you know, we both.
He's dead.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
What?
You didn't know Meatloaf
Oh,
was
yeah,
dead?
that's right. I'm sorry, Meatloaf. Yeah, I hope so. They buried him anyway. So, you know who the band that played on that album in the studio?
Yeah,
was mostly consisted of whom?
There were a few people from Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band on that album.
Do you know whom?
Max Weinberg, the drummer.
Very good.
Roy Bittan, the piano player.
Very good. Wow. Okay.
And Todd Rundgren produced it.
He shut me up.
Todd Rundgren produced it and played guitar on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
One
Todd
of my
Rundgren.
favorite albums of all time.
Oh, that's a great album. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I didn't know you knew that some of the E Streeters were on that.
This is what I've been
The guy has 48,000 CDs.
Yeah,
How would he not know that?
I walked down in his basement and I thought I was in an old Sam Goody.
I do. I just love that, and I love the sound quality of a CD. The computer, I mean, the speakers are great and all that, but MP3 sound quality is not very good to me.
Wow.
So that's a
We're
part of it
getting
too.
quite a lesson here, aren't we?
I don't care. I just have headphones.
I know.
I just download something and listen to it.
So-
I don't.
so you-
I have no room for 6,000 CDs. Where do you put all?
You still have them
How many-
in those
yeah.
racks and stuff
Yeah.
that you have?
Yeah, I have a bunch of racks up against the wall in my basement. The basement. It's
a big basement.
It's a man cave. To most people.
Yeah.
So I've been fortunate. I've had the freedom to do what I want in the basement.
6,000. I thought it was more.
My
than
buddy
that.
had like
6,000.
5, around 5, but
Just
he was
5,
a DJ. Like you never DJ'd with any of this?
Oh no! I'm just a
lover
big
of music.
music lover. I can't sing or play an instrument to save my life.
Wow.
But I just, you know what it is? It stemmed from live. I love anything live. A good ball game, a concert, a play. Like I stand up. Even doing our own murder mysteries. I could do that 7 days a week.
You were always a stickler with the sound, yes.
Oh well, the sound, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying I'm explaining where the love of music came from. I just love the live performance, and then it just kind of went from there. Like after hearing stuff, like I love listening to that. So I
See your brother too, because he.
well, my brother's a musician.
He's a musician.
So he doesn't have an extensive CD
No,
collection like I do, but
I wonder where you got that love of music.
we.
Your mom?
Yeah, well, I grew up with my grandmother until I was 12, and my grandmother had 1,600 kids. So, and a few of my mother's siblings were still living there. My Aunt Marie and my Uncle Phil were still living in my grandmother's house after I was born. My Uncle Phil, I think, is 15 years older than me, I think it was. So, yeah, so he was a teenager at the time. And so there was just rock and roll in the house.
Wow.
Through him, from what I can remember. My grandmother hated it. She was a staunch Catholic. The statue of Mary in the front yard.
Yeah.
She used to throw our records out. But I guess it came from that. I don't even know. But it was just always around. But
6,000
yeah, I mean, but I do.
Imagine having 6,000 CDs.
No, who does that?
Oh, I know plenty of people that I have a lot of friends that I've met through
I have a question.
music loving.
When you have a collection like that,
Yep.
do you have to insure it? God forbid something
Good
happens
question.
in your house.
You know, I've never thought of that. But it's funny you mentioned
Yeah.
monetary value, because I've had people be like, "What are you doing? This is insane. How much money you spent?" I don't drink. I've barely. I mean, I barely drank in high school.
You have no
and-
vices. I know you a long time.
Right,
now.
and that's
Right.
what I say to people. Like, well, how much beer have you bought through the years?
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's no different. You enjoy your beer, or you enjoy whatever you enjoy building
Yeah.
a car. I enjoyed buying CDs and listening to music.
Mike enjoys riding a bus.
Right, there you go. Exactly.
Buses.
Buses. So I'm sorry.
Plural. Right.
Buses.
Plural buses. Plural CDs.
Yes.
It's all.
Did you tell your wife you'll be home by like Saturday morning?
Yeah, she put the dinner in the fridge already.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, there we go. Ken Friedberg. I'm right with you, Tony. Album art and liner notes. Thank you, Ken. Andrew Fremder. Well, at least the two of you know what it's like to be between Christy Brinkley's legs. Oh, I wish I knew what it was like.
Wow. Yeah.
Tony is obsessed with sax. SACKS. I don't get that, Andy.
I think I get. Well, it should be. I think maybe he meant SACS.
SACS.
Because the word SACK, being a stickler for the English language, is like a potato sack. You don't look like a potato sack.
No,
I don't know what
did
he meant, and I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
what did
either.
he say? Sax?
SACKS. Sax.
I think he spelled sax wrong.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
it
do
just
I.
auto-corrected to sax.
Yeah.
Oh, so you think he's what? Sex?
Sex.
Yeah. Okay. From their vitamin taste in the mouth sounds like a fetish. All right. So John Rusiello, Mary on the Half Shell.
Old school.
Wow.
Virgin Mary on the half shell.
Oh yes.
Oh, is that the Virgin Mary in the
Half Shell.
half shell?
You know, I just saw one of those the other day. I'm like, man, I haven't
Did you
seen those in
really?
years. But it used to be fairly
Yeah, that
common
was-
thing.
Does he have?
that
one?
was
I
a
don't think so.
Catholic staple
Yep. Oh,
in
yeah.
any house.
We had it.
I think my
You had
aunt
one?
still has one in front of her house.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, we had my family. There's a church in Hicksville called Holy Family Church. My family helped build that church. Priests used to hang out at our house. Like it was a very strict Catholic. We used to say the rosary every night
Whoa!
with the beads. You remember, like
Wow! And you would count the beads the whole 9 yards.
the whole 9 yards. And then remember when, if you know your history, Abe Levitt built Levittown. He built
yeah.
Levitt houses.
Yeah.
And the whole idea behind it was to build cheap houses so that the veterans coming home from the war can afford them.
Yeah.
And one of the perks was you had the staircase in the living room going up to the second floor, and in that wall, underneath the staircase,
Yeah, a little
had
storage
a
compartment.
cutout,
Yeah.
but a TV would be in there. And that was like one of the, if you buy this house, you get the TV. It's a free TV inside the wall.
Wow.
So that was a popular thing, and my grandparents were the original owners of this Levitt house in Hicksville.
Oh.
But my grandmother was such a big Catholic. She took the TV out and had that hole expanded, and we had there were statues of the Virgin Mary, a statue of Christ,
Wow.
like it was like a little Catholic shrine, and that's where we sat. We sat in the living room every day, and we would kind of look at the statues, like you would sit in front of the TV, but we were sitting in front of the statues with the rosary beads. We all had our own rosary beads.
Oh, you did.
We had to do the, especially, and if there was a bad storm out, forget it. I think we did we did the rosary, I think 2 or 3 times a night, to try to get rid of the storm, for protection. Yeah.
See, I was very confused. My father was Jewish, my mother was Catholic, so we had rosary beads, we had the the menorah
And pennies.
What?
And pennies.
And pennies.
6,000.
6,000.
Be a lot easier to store them. But somebody called the One says, okay, where the F did I end up? Anybody know who this is? The One just says the One. Okay.
No idea.
Who's the one?
I don't know.
I have no clue.
Michael Kaplan's the one.
That's
Vote for
right.
one.
Go fight for Michael. Go vote for Michael. The big election, November 7th, did you say?
Yes, sir.
Superintendent of Highways for the town of Brookhaven. right there. He's even wearing the shirt. What does it say? Kaplan for Highway.
Vote Vets. That's who I was endorsed by.
Vote Vets?
Vote
okay.
Vets. It's a national organization.
Oh, no kidding.
For veterans and combat veterans that are running for public office.
Right, because you did 2 tours in the Gulf. Actually, both.
Desert Storm and
Right,
then
the Gulf.
Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Right.
Which Stephen was there at the same time.
Right.
My son. Yeah.
Yeah, which is amazing. Did you see him? Well, you guys weren't together there.
No. Our commanders wouldn't let us go see each other.
No kidding.
Because he was an only child. He was an only son.
Right. Still is.
Last time I checked.
So that was like a Saving Private Ryan thing. They didn't want all the family
it's
together.
Still a thing. If you're an only child, especially a boy, you can get out of being deployed. But he didn't play that card, and him and I actually had a conversation, and he said, "I said if you want to get out of the deployment, you can." But he decided not to use that card. He went.
Wow. How? So they wouldn't let you see each other. How far away from each other were you?
Well, he was all over Iraq, but he was mostly doing convoy security on a 50 caliber machine gun and a gun truck.
Oh my goodness.
Doing convoys along the Syrian border.
Wow.
And I was doing convoys from Saddam Hussein's hometown, which is Tikrit, down to Baghdad, down to a place called JBB, Joint Base Balad, Camp Liberty. And that's what I did for a year over there. So I spent a little over 2 years in the Middle East.
And how long was Stephen there? Sorry.
Stephen was there a little over a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you get to go to Saddam's palace?
Yes.
You did?
But actually there's a couple of them. But Camp Liberty, which is right outside of Baghdad or in Baghdad, one of his main palaces were there. But I got there long after the initial push. The gold toilets, all that stuff.
So
it was all gone. But you have to see the
There was no
palace.
souvenirs?
No, there was no. In fact, I couldn't even get in it.
Who took that stuff? Like did citizens take that stuff, or did our government take that stuff? Or you can't say.
I'm not sure. I know the initial push. There was a lot of speculation about soldiers and military taking the gold toilets, everything was made out of gold.
Right. Yeah.
And by the time I got there, it was porcelain.
They actually replaced it.
Yeah.
Those are nice thieves.
But that's where the headquarters was.
Right.
So all the 4-star generals were there, and
is that where the statue was? That famous footage of the statue that they pulled down? Is that where?
No, that
where
was
that?
actually in the middle of Baghdad.
Oh, okay.
In the middle of the city of Baghdad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's some 4-star general right now with a gold toilet.
Right.
That's what I would say.
Which is pretty wild.
I had the same birthday as Saddam Hussein.
Is that so?
Yeah. Me, Saddam Hussein, and Jay Leno. April 28th.
Wow, what a trio that is.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's others, but I don't remember. I just remember Saddam Hussein. Did you see Oppenheimer?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah, you probably don't have time for anything.
No.
Right?
I know. I was talking to my friend the other day who went with his wife, and he said it was unbelievable.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Don't spoil the end.
I don't know the end. I didn't see it, and he wouldn't tell me either because I'm bad. Because if you guys saw a movie, I would say tell me the end. I don't care about being spoiled. I don't care about.
But it's a true story, so you probably know the ending already. That was his joke.
Wow. I think I need to go home and
Yes, all that.
No,
time
I
in the
did.
sun knocking on doors.
I did see it.
It was great. Right?
It was long.
It was long.
It was long.
And there's
Who was the best performance as
the naked chick in the beginning was really good.
Oh,
she was
yeah.
really good.
spoiler?
She
It's in the beginning, so don't worry about it.
Oh,
She's
that's it?
Like, she had a couple of bombs on her.
what's her name? I forget.
I don't. Oh, Pugh, right? Florence Pugh.
Something like
Florence
that.
Pugh?
It was a real that
Movie.
scene was very taboo. They said
Oh yeah.
What?
'Cause it
because of
seemed-
that time era.
no. They have Oppenheimer and this woman. He has an affair,
Right.
Oh yeah,
and then
he was a player.
she grabs a book off a shelf. It's like Indian Sanskrit, and she goes, "Read this to me." And he can read Sanskrit, and it's this
Wow.
famous Sanskrit line
That's
of "I'm
pretty cool.
death, the destroyer of worlds."
Right.
And Indian population got very upset about it. that this woman, this naked woman, was.
Oh, that's why they banned the movie there, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she, I mean,
Yeah,
she should win an award.
Well,
That's what I.
Florence Pugh is a stunning.
Yeah, she's
looking
beautiful
woman. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a pleasant surprise.
That was very. Yeah.
I didn't know there would be naked women in this movie.
Oh, so you saw it as well?
I saw it and I loved it.
You loved it.
I loved it.
Well, Cillian Murphy is an outstanding actor.
He is good.
I like
yeah.
that guy.
I only know him from Batman, but
Not Peaky Blinders. You never watched Peaky Blinders?
I didn't watch Peaky.
I never saw it.
Oh, he
I know
was
it's
crazy.
I've heard it's.
Well, his performance in Peaky Blinders was.
Oh yeah.
He was out of his mind. Yeah.
Now I've heard of it, but I couldn't tell you what it is. What is it? A series? A movie? What was it?
It was a series. I think Netflix.
I think it was a British show originally,
It was a British
and
show
then
about,
Netflix
like-
picked it up, and
Oh,
people
yeah.
went, "You have to watch this show."
Bonkers, yeah, unbelievable. It was
Really?
it was about kind of an Irishy English gangster movie show,
Oh, okay.
and he was the head of the family.
Oh, I'll have to watch it.
And
I
he
like that
was
stuff.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Irish Mob. I always think of that Road to Perdition.
That was a
Tom
good
Hanks,
Oh,
Paul
Tom
Newman.
Hanks, that was a good movie.
Yeah, that was talk about an ending. That was that was rough.
Robert Downey Jr. was good in it.
I think that was the best.
He's going to win the Academy. I'll predict
he
it right
should.
now. He'll
He
win
should.
supporting actor for that
Do
movie.
you know?
He
I
was
watched an
great in this
interview
movie.
with him, and he said that's the best movie he's ever been a part of.
He was really good.
And he's been a part of some pretty good movies.
He was in Chaplin. I thought he was great in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And there were some good boobies in that.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Yeah.
that girl's from Patchogue.
Who's that?
The boobies. I forget her name.
Patchogue.
Yeah, she's from
Really?
Patchogue.
I didn't know
the girl
that.
that played
The wife, right?
the first wife, I think, in Chaplin.
Wasn't
yeah.
one of the wives? Didn't he marry that? Wasn't he a little creep at the end? Like she was like 15ish.
Yeah, I think
that?
there was something like that.
He was
Yeah.
a little.
You saw the one of the most famous speeches ever done by Chaplin.
Yeah, at an award ceremony, right?
Yeah,
Towards the end of
he's
his life,
actually
if
got
I'm
a
not
little
mistaken.
mustache
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
look
yeah.
like Hitler, but it was very famous.
I'm trying to remember that girl's name. She was also the voice of the main girl in The Lion King.
Of Nala?
Yeah. What the
In
hell?
the original?
Yeah, in the cartoon, the voice.
The original. of
Yeah,
Lion
yeah,
King.
yeah, yeah. Fuck, it's gonna kill me. What the hell is the name of that girl?
Sure was Patchogue?
Positive. Moira Kelly.
She's from Patchogue.
She grew up in Patchogue.
sure.
yeah.
I didn't
From
know
Long
she was-
Island?
Yeah,
Yes.
because I lived in Patchogue for like 15 years.
I know, that's why I brought
didn't
it up.
know
You
that.
never met her?
No.
No.
I'll tell you a funny.
She was
was long
naked in
gone.
that. Yeah,
She was naked in Chaplin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was hot.
She's beautiful.
I'll tell you a funny story about her
Beautiful
off the air. Remind me when we're done. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's after 12. Let's do some trivia.
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for some Tuesday trivia. The way this works, we're going to ask some random trivia questions, and you get to answer them in the comment thread. These guys are going to answer them. I do not give the answer right away. I ask all the questions first. Then we go back, and I ask the questions again. I go over all your answers. I go over their answers, and then I give you the real answer. There's no prizes. There's no nothing. It's all for fun. However, it gives me a chance to make fun of you guys. And if anybody... We'll see. We'll see at the end. Let's see how you guys do. Maybe I'll give out some free passes to a Governor's Comedy Club show this weekend.
Yeah, I was going to say, no prizes?
Yeah, I might do
This
a
guy,
prize.
this guy took 47 buses to get here. He deserves something.
He does. He's definitely in the running for a prize. From there, I heard that was a very taboo movie. It was going to be called Oppenheimer. Vicky's watching. Moira Kelly was in West Wing too. Yes, she was.
Oh, West
She
Wing.
was in West Wing. Yes.
She's a redhead, right? Moira?
No.
No.
She's not a
Brunette,
redhead?
right?
She's brunette?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Question number 1. Multiple choice. How many children? I am going to warn you guys. Some of these questions are hard this week.
Really?
Yeah, but you're smart fellas, so I have faith in you. Multiple choice question. How many children did Benjamin Franklin have? 12, 24, 36.
Am I allowed to Google it?
No.
Supposedly he was a player.
Yeah,
He was a
I
player.
know that, yeah.
He was a slut.
I'm going to say, can I,
Go ahead.
is there an order here?
No, there's no order here.
I'm going to say 24.
Mike's going with 24.
You know what? I'm gonna up it.
You going big?
I'll
huh?
go
Look at you.
36.
Wow.
Because this guy supposedly loved going to France and banging everything
Oh,
that
yeah,
moved.
I
Bang
know.
stuff here.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the
I'm
truth.
surprised there was never a movie made about him,
Yeah, you're right.
about that life.
There you go.
Especially
Start
a
writing
kind
it.
of life like that. Holy
Forget
crap.
this highway crap. Make
Yeah.
the Benjamin Franklin movie.
Highway crap.
Frankenheimer. I don't know.
Frankenheimer.
I go see it.
Me too.
Get
be a-
Florence Pugh in it again.
I was about to
I'll
say,
go see
yeah.
it.
Florence Pugh.
And Moira Kelly.
And Moira Kelly and the girl who played Wonder Woman, Gail Gadot,
Ooh, yeah.
and Linda Carter. Linda Carter still looks
I don't know,
amazing.
but Jessica
Yeah,
Chastain.
when she was at the end. Yeah, when they show her at the end of one of them Wonder Woman, you were like,
Yes.
wow.
Yep, the way she
Still got it.
smiled at the
I
camera.
mean, unless it's CGI'd a little,
I'm
but
sorry, the
still,
most
she-
beautiful woman that I've seen,
ever.
I think, ever is the character who plays Yennefer on The Witcher.
Was that English?
It's an English program.
Yennefer.
Her name is Yennefer.
Yennefer.
That's the character.
Right, and it's called The Witcher.
The Witcher. You never seen
Oh,
The
it's with
Witcher?
Superman. Henry Cavill, right?
Henry Cavill plays The Witcher.
I've
He
never
just
heard of
got
it.
fired, so Liam Hemsworth is taking over.
Wow, Henry Cavill can't hold a job. This poor guy lost Superman.
I know. Well, I
lost-
think it was because of COVID. I'm not sure
Wow.
why he left the show, but yeah, I'm sorry to digress.
So it's a girl. All right, I'll look her up later.
Yeah, Yennefer.
All right. What was the name of the first American to make $100 million in a year? The first American to make $100 million in a year.
It's not multiple choice, huh?
If this was multiple choice, I would give
we
the
would
answer
get-
away.
Oh, okay. I think I'm going to answer this.
Oh, that's how this works.
Is that how this
It's
works?
fun.
think
Wow.
so.
I'm
What a
gonna
coincidence.
I'm gonna go off the cuff here.
Yeah.
And say Hugh Hefner.
All right.
I can tell by the way you look at it.
I think that's a great answer.
Because I'm thinking it's got $100 million. It's probably not within the past 50 years.
No. A little bit more than that. You take a stab at this there?
Henry Ford.
Oh, that's a good answer,
That's
too.
a good answer.
All right. Question number 3. Oh, here's an easy one for you, I think. Name the lead singer for the band Blondie.
Blondie.
Apparently not. All right.
Deborah Harry?
Debbie Harry, yeah.
Debbie Harry. This one might be easy. Which sport is Fred Couples associated with?
Oh, come on.
Come on, yeah. Golf.
PGA.
All right, take it easy. I like PGA. I was just talking about it with Lisa just the other night. You were better than Barrymore in It's a Wonderful Life. I've been telling you that for years. We did It's a Wonderful Life. What was that? Like 1998 or some shit? Long
that
time
was
ago.
one of the highlights of my little acting
And you were
career.
Mr. Potter.
That
you
was
you were
unbelievable.
fantastic. You got the best. You got a good criminal bad guy voice.
Yeah, who were you? But oh yeah, that
You
was-
were fantastic.
that
in
was
it.
so much.
All right, next question. I might have tailored some of these questions to fit you guys.
Oh.
So, here's one. This is a multiple choice question. What band did Springsteen originally write the song Hungry Heart for? The Clash, the Ramones, the Stooges, or Blondie?
Can you repeat the question, Alex Trebek?
No.
No, what's the answer? The Clash? I
What?
know he's tight with the Clash.
The song Hungry Heart, who did Bruce Springsteen originally write the song for? The Clash, the Ramones, the Stooges, or Blondie?
I'm actually going to say the Ramones.
Okay.
And you'd think I would know that one.
I would, which is why I asked.
Wow.
All right.
I'll say Blondie.
All right.
Maybe it's a double.
Double Blondie.
Maybe
She was hot in
double.
her day.
Oh, Deborah Harry?
Oh, she was amazing, yeah. All right. Next question. What is the oldest statewide law enforcement agency in the United States? I don't know. Retired cop? I don't know.
Wait, say that again.
The oldest statewide law enforcement in the state. I'll start that again. What is the oldest statewide law enforcement agency in the United States?
Texas Rangers.
The
That's a good guess. I like that.
multiple choice.
Oh, you didn't say it was
I know. I just realized that as I was reading. The Montana Peacekeepers, the Texas Rangers, the Arizona Guardians, or the Washington Sentry. So Texas Rangers is one of the answers. So you want to go with that? You want to stick with it?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm going Washington Sentry.
All right.
They sound like bad sports teams names.
They do.
They
don't
do.
they?
I was thinking that when I read the Arizona Guardians. Well, we got the Cleveland Guardians, right?
These are very good questions.
Oh, thanks. Okay. Among other physical tests. Wait a minute. Oh, all right. This is another multiple choice. Among other physical tests, candidates are required to pass off which of the following to become a police officer? A 1 to 2 mile run and a stair climbing test, 250 chin-ups, bench press 180 pounds, or run a triathlon.
The first one.
The first one.
Yeah.
1 to 2 mile run and a stair climbing test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're both agreed. All right.
Well, because I have a friend that's a retired cop, so
John Rusiello.
I think I know the answer.
I remember doing the stairs.
How many? Like how?
It
How
was
many
like the old
floors?
police academy. You ran up like 4 flights of stairs
Wait,
and
you went
ran.
through the academy, Mike?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? He just walked in one day and said, "I'm a cop." What do you mean?
No,
of course.
I don't know. No, I'm
How
are
many?
you still a police
No, I
officer?
retired 3 years ago.
Wow,
Oh, actually,
good for you.
is today the 30th?
No, today's the 29th.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow would have been my
New York
30th
City?
anniversary.
Oh, very nice.
Wow. New York City?
Yeah.
You get full pension. So 27 years, you get full
Yeah.
pension, right?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Precinct, may I ask?
I started out in the 4-4 up in the Bronx.
Oh, we've already been through this with
Yeah.
John. John thinks he knows him, but Mike
Yeah.
says no.
Oh, really? You never heard
Actually,
of him?
didn't we determine that John had already retired
Yeah,
right around the time you started?
he retired when I started.
But John swears he looks familiar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just to know, it wasn't me. So we're innocent.
When you had to climb the stairs, is it like the fireman where they put shit on your back?
No, it was just run.
Oh, it's just
Like you
up
did-
the stairs.
I think we ran in the gym, and then it was like, all right, line up, and then it was just run up, and you had like a time thing to run up and down the stairs.
Oh, you were.
if I remember it.
You had to do it in a certain amount of time, or they timed
I think you had a certain amount of time to
Wow. You were what, like 20, 21?
21.
So you probably had all the
Yeah.
energy in the world, yeah. How many days would it take you now?
8 buses.
Okay.
Thank you for looking out for our
Absolutely.
community,
He's a
everybody.
good man. All right, next question. All right. The U.S. wasn't the only opposition to Iraq's invasion. The Allied coalition consisted of how many different countries?
I don't get a multiple choice.
Yeah, pick a number.
Oh, there was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot. I'm gonna say 14.
14.
In honor of Bob Barker, $1.
That's a good answer.
I'll say 15. I'll take the over. I'm gonna take the over on that.
Very impressive. Yep. You would have done well on The Price is Right.
Oh yeah.
Come on down.
All right. So this next question. All right. I need. I'm going to tell you a word, and I'm looking for the definition. I'm just going to spell it first because I don't know how to pronounce it. AGE, like age, last, LAST. So I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. Age last, agalast, agilast, agalist. Like I have no idea how it's pronounced, but I'm looking for the definition of that word. AGELAST.
Do you know the English language is set up that you could actually break down a word and try to figure? And usually
Some words are like that, yes.
Some.
Well, not in this case, but
Age-
there is a
ageless.
connection. There is a theme. There is a reason why I'm asking this question, and it has to do with you. Yes. In fact, we kind of touched upon it today. The meaning of that word.
We touched.
Well, that's a whole different show.
Age last.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty good with the English language, and my buddy John would even chime in and say, "I'm surprised he doesn't know this one."
He's been chiming in a little bit. He has not chimed in yet for this question. But you know what? Actually, the YouTube feed is on a delay a little bit, so it still might come in. But
Age.
So it's age.
It's
last.
spelled age last. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation.
Can I have a hint?
Well, I gave you some. I said it has something to do with what we talked about today. And it has to do with you. I specifically said you. It has to do with you on this show.
All right.
And we did. We touched upon it today.
Oh, so someone that doesn't like to laugh.
Oh, that's a good answer.
I'll say...
You're allowed to agree if you want, by the way.
I'll say someone running for office.
All right.
I don't know.
That's a good
I was
answer.
gonna say a child working in a library. No.
Someone who owns 6,000 CDs.
Yeah.
That's just that definition of that is weirdo. All right. Okay. Last question. What percentage of women are satisfied with their partner's penis size? 35%, 55%, or 85%? What percentage of women are satisfied with their partner's penis size, assuming their partner has a penis? 35, 55, 85.
I've been answering first, so I'm gonna let you go, buddy.
How much does the guy make a year? I think that could
That's
help.
the better question. Yeah.
That could... Was it 35, 55, 85?
Correct.
55.
You stole my thunder. So you know what I'm gonna do 85%.
85. All right. All right. Well done. Well done. You guys did okay. Let me go back to the beginning to see where the questions, the answers are. Okay. All right. First question. How many children did Benjamin Franklin have? 12, 24, or 36? Michael said 24. Mike said 36. Vicky said 12. Andrew Fremder, the same as the old lady that lived in a shoe. All right. All right. We got one for Mike Kaplan. The answer is 24.
Oh.
Ah.
Yep. Next question. What was the name of the first American to make $100 million in a year? Michael said Hugh Hefner. Mike said Henry Ford. Vicky said Vanderbilt.
Oh.
Fremder. Fremder, I'm not even reading your answer, you son of a bitch. Whoops. I'm not even reading it. John Rusciello says Rockefeller.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good answer.
They're all good answers, but they're all incorrect.
They're all incorrect.
The first American to make $100 million in a year, Al Capone.
Oh, wait.
Crime does pay.
Wait a minute.
Exactly.
What'd you say, Mike?
Crime does pay.
Crime does pay.
Did you ever say that on the job?
Sometimes. Like,
Yep.
look at all this money.
I think if you would have said illegally, I wasn't even thinking that way. Were you, Mike? I wasn't.
But maybe it wasn't.
I beg your pardon?
He was a legitimate businessman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Waste management.
Yes.
Wait. Olive oil, I guess. I don't know.
Who is the lead singer of Blondie? Deborah Harry. Everybody got that right. Except somebody wrote Blondie. Oh, Vicky. Vicky wrote Blondie is the lead singer of Blondie.
Vicky.
And then Fremder said Shari Lewis and Lamb Chop. Is that for the Blondie question? I don't even know. All right. Which sport is Fred Couples associated with? Yes, that's golf. And I don't think anybody even bothered to answer that one on the thread here. That was, I guess.
What are they, anti-golf?
Or they're just very.
They're anti-golfites.
Anti-golfites.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's a population that's not voting for you. What band did Springsteen originally write "Hungry Heart" for? The Clash, the Ramones, the Stooges, or Blondie?
Wait, who's the Ramones?
Who are the Ramones?
The Ramones?
Did I say the Ramones?
Yeah.
The Ramones.
I love it.
I just named a new band. The Ramones. The Clash, the Ramones, Stooges, or Blondie? Michael said the Ramones. Mike said Blondie. Did nobody answer that question either? What do you guys... Oh, there it is. Vicky wrote... Oh, maybe that's the answer Vicky was writing to Blondie. Okay. Yeah, all right. She wrote Deborah Harry before. Now for this one, she's writing Blondie. Got it. All right. Sorry, I'm catching up. Michael, you got the answer correct.
Ooh.
It was, in fact, the Ramones.
Thank you.
Yep.
I just know that he talks about the Ramones a lot.
Did he? Yeah.
He does.
I believe the last of the Ramones just died about a year ago.
Yeah.
He was living in Bohemia.
He was?
He was.
No, there's still one.
Is there still one left?
There's a guy, Ira Ramon.
That's
legit.
Is it?
He
Really?
started out with them. I knew him as a
Nice Jewish
kid
fella.
growing up.
Well, I think they all were,
Yeah,
actually.
they
Yeah.
were Jews,
And he's still alive?
Yeah.
All right.
He's, I guess, in his late 60s.
Got to be.
But he
yeah.
grew up when they were first starting out. He was in the band, out of the band.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So, yeah, well, there was one that just died in Bohemia.
Yeah.
What is the oldest statewide law enforcement agency in the United States? The Montana Peacekeepers, the Texas Rangers, the Arizona Guardians, or the Washington Sentry? Mike said the Texas Rangers. Michael said the Washington Sentry. Vicky said the Texas Rangers. Fremda says RoboCop. It is, in fact, the Texas Rangers.
Wow.
You are on the board, pal. You're on the board.
Good
Feel
job.
good.
But you rattled that off very quickly.
Because I didn't know any of the other ones.
Let's see.
Chuck Norris.
They were formed in 1857. Oldest statewide law enforcement agency in the United States.
I think Chuck Norris started it.
Probably.
And he'll end it.
He'll be the last known survivor.
Incidentally, their uniforms are topped off with just what you would expect, a cowboy hat. Okay. I don't know. Thanks for that little tidbit. Among other physical tests, candidates are required to pass off which of the following to become an officer? A 1 to 2 mile run and a stair climbing contest? Not contest, just test. I don't know. What's wrong with me? 250 chin-ups, bench press 180 pounds, run a triathlon. Both Mikes agreed it's a 1 to 2 mile run and a stair climbing contest. Vicky agrees. Oh, Fremder, I'm not reading that one either, Fremder. You dirty son of a bitch. Yes, you were both correct. Well done. Teamwork. I like it.
He deserves it because he actually lived it.
That's right. Absolutely right. Although a bench press test is required, it is far below the 180-pound mark.
Oh, it is.
It's based on your weight.
Really?
I remember doing it. They do like a percentage of your weight.
So like
say it's like
75
85% or 75% of your weight. You like bench press that. That's
Chin-ups are not required. Push-ups and sit-ups are.
Yeah.
The triathlon can wait for weekend fun. Climbing a few flight of stairs and being able to run a distance are critical for police officers in the performance of their duties, hence the pre-hire testing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next question. The U.S. wasn't the only opposition to Iraq's invasion. The Allied coalition consisted of how many different countries?
Can I change my answer?
You can.
I'm going to do 27.
Where'd you get 27 from?
Out of my ass.
Oh, all right. So
But I just know there was a lot. I should know this because I was there, but I know there was a lot of NATO nations involved.
Vicky says 7. You now are saying 27, and you're sticking with 15?
Yeah.
Sure. Well, you're all wrong. 39.
Oh,
Wow.
39.
so I was trending in the right way.
Yeah.
Now,
I knew it was a lot.
I'll
Yeah.
give you, since you were there, just like, you're giving Mike credit for being a cop with the flying upstairs. You were there, so you get the choice now. Would you like me to name all 39?
Do you like putting needles?
And then I'll wake you guys up when I'm done. I do have it, but...
You do?
I have to catch a bus.
I have to catch a bus.
All right, next question. Oh, but the U.S. made up for more than 60% of the forces used in Operation Desert Storm. Okay.
Do you know how many soldiers were in Operation Desert Storm?
How many soldiers?
500,000.
Wow. And that's more than most wars were involved in, no?
Not World War II or World War One.
Right.
It was more than Vietnam, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was 500,000 soldiers.
Wow.
Moly. Most of them came back, right?
Yeah, in fact, there was only less than 400 casualties.
Yeah, that's why I asked that question. For some reason, I think I knew that.
Well,
I don't know why I would know.
Norman Schwarzkopf was the man.
Yeah, he was, and yeah, very few.
He's got a gold toilet. Oh, he had. He died, right?
Yeah, I think he's gone, right?
Oh, he
Yeah.
died
Yeah.
a while ago, yeah.
What is the definition of the word? I'm just
I
going to say
can't-
age last. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Vicky says age last has to do with politics. Fremder, when I asked my grandma how old she was, she replied, I never give out my age last.
Sorry.
Don't do that. Not for Fremder anyway.
Okay.
Mike said somebody running for office. Michael says a person who never laughs. That is the correct answer, my friend.
Is it?
Get
Yes.
out of here.
Yes. Well, come on. How far did I lead him on that? How many softballs did I toss you on that one?
None.
A person that never laughs. Yep. We had.
But I do laugh.
You do. Well, and you have today.
I have today.
But we had a- when was it?
I have loosened.
You have. It was like a year or so ago. We had Mike in here. Well, Mike's been in here several times. But he was telling me a story one day in here about how he likes to go to stand-up shows, but he doesn't laugh out loud. It's just it's not like a conscious thing. He finds them funny. He just doesn't laugh out loud.
I do. I find them actually a lot of them talented, very talented.
So I brought him in here another day, and Andy was here, who you've met. Fat Jay was here, and Austin Brooks was here, and they were. I was trying to get them to try and get him to laugh, and it wasn't really successful.
No.
And I think Andy is still mad about it, I think. But when we went off the air, Jay said something and you started cracking up. And we were all like, holy shit! But it was after the show was over.
For some reason, his humor really.
Oh, Jay's great.
He's a very funny person.
Jay
and
is
I'm
great.
not saying Andy's not.
They're all great, absolutely.
They're
but
all
people
really
resonate differently.
talented.
Right.
That's all.
We went, Mike and I,
That's a classic story.
2002?
To see
We,
Joey Cole.
we saw Joey Cola, and they right here. Well, not at this Governor's. They used to have a
On
place.
112
Yeah,
in
112 in
Medford.
Medford.
Yeah.
We sat right in the front, and Joey Cola called him out on it.
He says, "Are you going to laugh at anything I say tonight?" And I kind of said it
Yeah.
quietly. I said, "Well, if I hear anything funny," and he's a very, I know
he's
he's
great,
a very
Joey.
popular, and he's a very funny man. I mean, he's been around forever.
Oh, he's been around since the
Yeah.
80s. Yeah. He's 108 years old. In
But
fact,
I just want to go on the record, if I may, interject at this particular moment.
okay.
I find people very funny. I haven't even heard your shtick, but I can just tell by your face you're pretty funny.
Tell by your face.
Like it's just.
You know what? Don't vote for Michael Cal. Whoever he's running against,
but
vote
just
for that guy.
Or
Whoever.
The other guy's a crook.
Whoa.
I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. Vote for me.
Oh,
I
that's
don't even live out there. Who cares?
Who cares about Brookhaven?
Yeah. I'll throw some dirt in some holes or whatever he's doing.
It's asphalt.
Asphalt. Kiss my asphalt.
My asphalt.
That sounded dirty. I'll throw some dirt in your hole.
Yeah.
I should put that on one of my videos.
Yeah.
You know what? Vote for me, and you know what? Kiss my asphalt.
Wow, you took a shot at your opponent there. Last time you were here, you weren't
Yeah,
doing
who's
that.
the guy you're running against? Let's shit all over
He's
him.
a crook.
Oh,
Wow.
Dan Lasquadro.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm sure you heard the name.
Whoa.
I'm sure you.
I don't know this guy.
Yeah,
I don't know this.
Yeah.
Mike Lasquadro, love him.
Yeah.
Dan Lasquadro.
Dan.
Oh,
Everybody's Mike today.
I love him.
I'm voting twice.
I think he's in the olive oil business. I'm not sure.
Wow. All right, last question. You know what? Hang on a second. The humorless, ageless comes from the Greek word agalastos,
Oh.
and not, as one might suppose, from the fact that spending any time around such a person feels like it lasts an age. Oh. All right, there you go. There's a little education for you. Oh, we got to go. What percentage of women are satisfied with their partner's penis size? 35%, 55%, or 85%? Michael said 85. Mike said 55. Fremder, of course, said 69. Vicky says 35. John Rusciello says 35. Ask Mike how long did the was last. What?
What? Who said that?
John. Ask Mike how long did the was last.
Maybe my ex-wife. He's asking.
He said his buddy Pete knows. Oh, now you know what he's talking about?
Yes, I do.
Is this something we can talk about or no? We don't have to.
Oh, we can. He was just not a very nice person.
Mike O'Sullivan has the exact chances to win as Michael Kaplan does. That's from Andy Plajanos. Fremder, I'll trade a mouth hole for a
Thank you,
bottle.
Andy. I can count on your support.
Andy, I find you very funny.
All right, so the answer to this last question, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm telling you, I'm right.
you are. 85% of women are satisfied with their partner's penis
And I'm
size.
going to tell you how I know this.
How do you know this?
I've knocked on almost 6,000 doors in Brookhaven.
That's as many CDs as I have.
There you go. And
Should have handed them out.
And if it's a woman that I say, you got to vote for me, this and that.
Because I have a large penis?
Yes, and I say, how satisfied are you with your husband's length of his penis? I say, can you just give me a ballpark percentage? And she goes, 80, 85%.
I hope LaSquadra uses this clip right now. Look at this pervert.
I know.
According to the Journal of Psychology of Men and Masculinity, 85% of women are satisfied, but only 55% of men are satisfied with the size of their own penis. There you go.
I hate myself.
Me too. Who was the lady who cut off her husband's?
Bobbitt.
Oh, Lorena.
Lorena
Yeah,
Bobbitt.
Lorena
Yeah.
Bobbitt.
Didn't he become a preacher or something?
No, he became a porn star.
Yeah, he did a porno.
Right, but then after that, I think he found religion after that, and he's a
did?
preacher now. I think. I'm not positive, but I think that's what's going on. All right.
This is a very fun show.
It's always a fun show. Hopefully not the last for you, pal.
Hopefully not.
And definitely not the last for you.
No, sir.
We're getting you in here at least one more time before September 21st when the big fundraiser is happening over there at McGuire's.
You think you could take 14 buses and you could hang out with us that night?
I'll rent a plane.
You have to rent a plane.
Seaplane, helicopter. I don't know.
Yeah, well, maybe get him on the roster
A
that night.
unicycle. I don't know. I'll get something.
I think
That would be
That'd be
awesome.
great. Let Mike O'Sullivan perform. Jay's headlining. I think that would be a fun show. And it would make me even more mad for not being there.
Oh, that's right. You won't be there.
No, I won't be there. Sons of bitches. Oh, and then you're also in trouble, by the way. Don Sill said you have not shared anywhere on your social media when you were on his show. So he asked me when he heard that you were coming in today. He said, please tell him to share the damn show. And I said, all right, Don, calm down. Calm down. Because, he lives in the town of Brookhaven, so you got to listen to him.
Manorville.
Right, which
Yes.
is town of Brookhaven. So you got to.
Yes.
So you need his vote.
I
So
was gonna
do
make
what he
another
says.
Comment, but I'll keep that to myself.
That was a good interview. In all seriousness, it was good.
It was a great interview.
So, share
I know
it.
it has nothing to do with comedy, even though I think we threw a few little barbs. in
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. Some barbs. That's what they say in those of us in the know.
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear Mike O'Sullivan last night? He had some good barbs.
Some good barbs. Yeah. Yeah. I think
Really threw some dirt in the hole on that one.
I think I was born in the wrong era.
No, you're a fine cat.
I'm a.
Yes, Mike. He's a retired flatfoot.
He's a retired dick.
Why don't you 23 skidoo and get the fuck out of here?
Remember when you used to say that in shows? I've been being
yeah.
the retired dick.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
You got anything coming up?
Tonight.
Oh, nice.
Comedy tonight.
Where?
23rd and 2nd Avenue.
Wow.
The Vault Bar. It's another competition. I won last week. I'm going for 2 weeks in a row.
Nice. Hey, look at that.
9 o'clock. And hold on.
What do you win?
I won $25 whole
Hey,
last week.
well, that's your bus fare.
It's
Yeah.
It paid for this. And this Saturday, 7 p.m., Fifth Borough Comedy Festival. I'm going to be 4089 Victory Boulevard at some theater. I don't know the name of it, but it's a theater.
It's a theater.
4089 Victory Boulevard, 7 o'clock. Go to fifthboroughcomedy.com or Fifth Borough Comedy on Instagram. It's going to be me, Greg and Rob, if you know Staten Island, Ada Detsky, Joe Namali, Can, Tommy Farrell, John Kushner, and Sue Golden is headlining. So check it
Nice.
out this Saturday, September
I know some of those,
2nd,
yeah.
7 p.m.
I know some of
Follow
those
you on
names.
social media, Mike?
Sure, you can follow me on Instagram at Mike O'Sullivan Comic
Mike O'Sullivan.
Comic. Mike
or
O'Sullivan
YouTube
Comic.
Mike O'Sullivan Comedy. Please follow me.
Nice. Very nice.
I need help.
All right, we're out of here. Don't forget, this weekend there's an open mic at Governor's Thursday. Les Deegan will be in the Giggle Room. Dana McAllister's there too. Drew Frazier, James Mattern is playing. I think McGuire's this weekend. He's great. He's been on the show.
The Giggle Room sounds dirty, doesn't it? I've always said that. Ever since
does,
Tony-
yes.
First time he said it to me, I kind of got a little tingle.
Go to govs.com. There's some other comedians whose names I didn't put down playing Governors this weekend. Don't forget, of course, September 17th at the Brokerage. We got a murder mystery coming your way. That's at the Brokerage, and we're at McGuire's October 14th.
Who's that white-haired guy?
Yeah, I know he's in the middle of that. He got caught in there. So, yeah, we're out of here. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Today is Tuesday, so we got Hershey and the Keegs tonight at 7 o'clock, and then Primal Scream with Nick Greystone tonight at 9 o'clock. And then we're off tomorrow, but, of course, you got Circling the Drain tomorrow night at 7. And then I'll be back here with Brandon on Thursday. All right? So, everybody enjoy yourselves, and we'll thank you, guys. Mike and Michael.
Thank you.
And
Vote
hopefully
for this guy.
vote for this guy and hope to see
vote
that
for
guy
this
back
guy.
here. All right. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you later. What will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy Murder Mystery Show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
Have a great night or what?
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. You had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties, corporate events, restaurants, and